they hate my truth. They hate the truth. They can't stand the truth. They don't even want to look at the truth. TikTok, ghetto culture. Yeah, that culture too. They lie about themselves. They lie about everything. Imagine that. Imagine that I had to do an appeal for my comment. I think it's kind of funny that TikTok allows violations of your right, your First Amendment right. See, this is why freedom of speech is going away. If you offend somebody by saying something, or you speak the truth, freedom of speech is going away. Because people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to see everything that's going on. They put their blinders on, they put their earphones on. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to be educated. They don't want knowledge. They just rather go out and party. But when you say something that is truthful, well, yeah. Imagine that. Or you start to go expose their frauds. You get chased down the street, or you get chased out, or they try to be violent with you. Well, they'll figure they're violent with each other, so why not? See, TikTok is not meant for bullying or harassing or anything else. See? Goes against our community policies or guidelines. Yeah. Yeah. See, anything that goes against what they do goes against their guidelines. Well, guess what? They're gonna violate it. I've been through so many accounts on this app. On other apps like Bigo. Oh yeah, I can't tell you how many accounts I've been on over there. You know, you see the advertisement for Bigo. Well, these same people, they get offended when you actually speak the truth, and then when you start speaking the truth, yeah, they start calling you every racist name in the book. Well, guess what? That's okay for them to do. Because TikTok will allow that. Oh, TikTok will allow the little girls to shake their boobs too. Or it'll allow the liberals on here to talk their lies and their BS. Yeah. It'll allow these guys that claim to be girls to walk around and do all that stuff too. It'll allow the pedophiles, or pedos, to be on this app too. See, Thread app from Instagram, yeah, they were doing the same thing. They were allowing outright CP on there. I had to report that to the FBI a few times. Imagine that. See, this is why our freedom of speech is under attack. You go into any government building in public accessible areas and you're recording or exercising your freedom of speech, holding a sign in public areas, and your freedom of speech is attacked. Well, this is the same thing on here. It's being attacked here too. So there's many people out there, First Amendment auditors, constitutional auditors, that are being arrested and violated, yet they allow the chaos in the streets. They'd rather go deal with these auditors or constitutional people that are exercising their rights under the collar of law and constitutional law, that they'd rather go deal with them than they would the violent people in these neighborhoods or go clean up. I mean, I know they do good work and they do arrest a few here and there. Imagine that. I think those areas where you see a lot of theft, and everything else, there should be law enforcement or National Guard, whatever, out there protecting those areas. If it's that bad, call in the National Guard. Let them, heck, call in the Marine Corps. Call in the Naval SEALs. Let them go take care of law enforcement. If it's that bad, let them go clean up the areas. If you have a rap sheet that is a mile long and you're only 18 years old, I don't think you should be walking free. Personally. If you have a rap sheet that is full of despicable things, and I'm going to say despicable things, you shouldn't be walking free. People cry about the FEMA camps or the internment camps or whatever. Those would make great prisons for people with rap sheets a mile long. And if you're in for life, in prison for life, or you're on, well, unaliving row, I don't think we should waste money on you. We shouldn't feed you. We should just take care of it and get it done and over with and move on. I'm for bringing back the short rope and tall tree, or that platform with the trap door. I'm for it. Because if you're doing things that shouldn't be done about unaliving people or touching children in ways that you shouldn't, or you're in for life, I mean absolute life, 40 years plus, 50 years plus, we shouldn't feed you. There should be no reason to feed you. That's tax money wasted, in my opinion. See, you better get your freedom of speech back and freedom of press back and your First Amendment. You better know the First Amendment inside and out. Because if you don't understand that, these rich people that own these apps are going to take your rights away from you in more ways than one. The government is going to work behind the scenes and through these little dark alleys, and they're going to take your rights away from you. And this is just evidence of them doing that. See, they're going to do it with handshakes and backdoor deals and that money being transferred so they can violate your rights and your freedom. They're going to send in people that's going to mislead you and talk all this BS that sounds true. And they're going to call them influencers. Yeah, they influence you. They influence your thought. They're going to give them money and everything on these platforms, these influencers. They're going to give them free products, free cars, free everything. Here, let's give you this free stuff. And you're going to do our bidding, our propaganda bidding. Well, anybody that speaks the truth will get violated. Yeah, free products for you doing our bidding. And that's destroying America and destroying this world. One country at a time. Well, guess what? It's working. Freedom of speech is under attack. If you haven't recognized that yet, huh, you better start fighting back in ways that you know you can. Because lawsuits can be filed against government, lawsuits can be filed against other entities too about violation of rights. Anyways, God bless. Have a good day.